Good morning everyone. Today I'm going to present my topic, which is the animal cruelty stray calling in Malaysia. The problem statement of my research topic is that stray calling is a commonly discussed issue in Malaysia. While it happened to other type of animal too, but this happened predominantly with stray dogs. Based on the research, stray dogs are captured and slaughtered inhumanely to decrease their population in Malaysia. Malaysians are not fully aware that stray calling are actually an act of animal cruelty. The purpose statement of this research paper seeks to examine the practice of stray calling in Malaysia and to find a better solution to solve this problem. Firstly, my research question is how much do Malaysians know about raising a dog? Secondly is what do Malaysians think about stray calling and what are the better solutions to control stray besides calling them? The research method I use is through survey and interview, followed by is the research and findings. Based on the survey, the results are similar to the interview done. It can notice that people are aware of the requirement to take care for a dog as a responsible owner, but somehow the weight of stress dilemma is still continue to arise till this very day without a proper reason. The finding compound that majority of the respondents think that stray calling programs are very cruel and inhumane, although 50% of the respondents are not entirely sure what is going on with the stray calling program. It is evident that Malaysian citizens are not fully aware of the stray calling program that are being implemented in our country. Based on the data, there are 4 top-voted solutions to replace the calling program, which are education of pet ownership, adoption, more funding for animal shelter, spaying and neutering programs. For interview, you can see that majority of the interviewees have a sense that they are aware of the commitment and have the required knowledge to take care for a dog as a responsible owner. The responsibilities mentioned by the interviewees are close to 90% similarity to what has been given in the survey. Based on the findings, the interviewees will never consider to abandon their dog in any cases. If yes, they will find them a new responsible owner or send them to the animal shelter, but will never simply abandon them on the streets. The interviewees stated that there are not strong enough promotion being done aggressively in Malaysia to make the society more aware about the stray issues, so that the problem will continue to arise. Majority of the interviewees heard about the stray calling program, but they don't have a well knowledge about how the programs works due to the late promotions. The interviewees suggested that more education or campaign is needed for the public to be aware of the existence of the program. Interview concluded that all the 6 interviewees think stray calling program are very cruel and is not an effective or long-term solution to root out the stray problem. Some interviewees agreed that stray calling programs are an effective way to control the strays when it comes to the serious disease that can affect to human health, although it's very inhumane. There are several solutions suggested by the interviewees as well as the survey respondents. The solutions include education of responsible pet ownership, adoption, spaying and neutering program, and funding to animal shelters. The most important one is that the alternative solution needs the public support in order to be effective to solve the stress problem, so awareness campaign is needed. Move on to the design direction. Based on the research, it's evident that there is a lack of visual element that could help in creating the awareness among the public. Therefore, the design direction of the final year project is to create a campaign to raise awareness of the stray dog to the public, at the same time promote the alternative program to the society. Next is the competitors and collaborator analysis. The first one is Malaysian National Animal Welfare Foundation, followed by is SPCA Selangor and Pulse Animal Welfare Society. Move on to the personnel. Eileen is a kind-hearted person who cares deeply about animals. Sometimes she spends her own time as a volunteer to help out the needed dog at the local animal shelter. She wished to have a platform to raise awareness to the public about the stray issues in Malaysia. Her frustration is there are many strays being caught in Malaysia and the current existing campaign are not strong enough to bring awareness to the public. Also, people are not really have a full knowledge about raising a dog. This is the user journey map of Eileen. She was searching for solution and platform to help the strays during the pre-awareness stage. After she aware of the campaign, and she thinks this might be the solution to raise awareness to the public. After that, she engaged in the campaign and started to promote the campaign to the public. Followed by the second persona, Atlas is a programmer who just moved to KL from Penang alone. He decided to purchase a dog as a companion in the new city. This is the usual journey map of Atlas. At first, he was looking for a suitable dog to purchase and does not aware of the stray issues in our society. After aware of the campaign, he started to aware that there is a stray problem in our society and also realized that adoption are better than purchasing a dog. So he decided to adopt a dog from the animal shelter to help up the strays instead of buying it from the pet shop. Alex will consider to adopt another dog from animal shelters in the future and will promote the adoption program to people who wanted to get a dog. This is the third persona. Desmond is a dog owner who worked as a pilot. He was unable to commit his time to take care of his dog due to the inflexible schedule, and he is always not around. He planning to give up his dog and have a thought to abandon it to the street if he can't find a new owner to take care of it in time. Here is the usual journey map of Desmond. At the pre-awareness stage, he does not aware that pet abandonment are actually a cruel act. After noticing the campaign, he started to aware that pet abandonment are cruel and there were other solutions like animal shelters or adoption program to solve the problem instead of abandoning them. He decided to send the dog to the animal shelter or find a responsible owner to adopt it. Desmond will think twice whether he got the ability to raise a dog or not if he wanted to get a dog in the future. So we have reached the part of visual culture and technology. The visual output of my VCT project is create a series of campaign posters and a short video to raise awareness about the stray calling crisis in Malaysia. At the same time, to promote the responsible pet ownership and the awareness of dog abandonment to the public. Here is some shortlisted ideas, and this is the chosen idea. Move on to the progress. And here is the final outcome of the poster. This is the poster mock-up in public area like bus stop and train station. And there will be a short video to watch when you scan on the QR code on the poster. So here is the video. That's all for my presentation today. Thank you.